episode 65, 5-1 Junk Foods.
I'm going to be super insecure with my body. I'm going through puberty. It's middle school.
I'm with my crew. And we gon' show y'all what we be snacking on. You dig? Okay. Hot Cheetos and Takis. Hot Cheetos and Takis. I can't get enough of these Hot Cheetos and Takis. Got my fingers stained red and I cannot get them on me. You can catch me in my crew. Eating Hot Cheetos and Takis. Pop! Snack! 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 Crunch! Snack! Snack!
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of 5-1. 5-1 is all about the countdown from our panel of experts on a different topic each week. Today, we are featuring the best junk foods in our style of counting down from
5-1.
What'd you guys think of the intro song?
Heard this before.
What is this?
Hot Cheetos and Takis.
Where did you hear this?
YouTube, where I get all of our intro songs.
Oh, wow. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's not bad. And it's appropriate. It's topical, right? Well, before we get much further, let's do some introductions. Our panel of junk food experts. I am Chris, and I'm joined by my two crunchy sons.
Cade Moore.
That's my 14-year-old.
And I'm Jet Maximus Keith Moore.
My 12-year-old. Gosh, I got to get used to that. We just had a birthday. And we are 5-1. So, Jet, how does it feel to be a preteen?
It feels like next year's going to be not amazing. I'm going to be super insecure with my body. I'm going through puberty. It's middle school. Middle school and high school is a contest of popularity that no one wins.
It's really not. It's really not.
Okay, well, let him. His feelings are valid. I mean, he's right. He's about to, start puberty and be insecure about his body, as he said. And middle school is hard. I mean, you didn't love middle school.
7th grade, it was so easy.
I know, but, I mean, it wasn't your favorite. I remember, I was there for it. I didn't love middle school. I loved high school.
Most people don't, love middle school, I feel like.
It's just, kids start acting like assholes in middle school.
Yeah.
But it's hormones and puberty, and I don't know. It just happens. But, you know what? You can still have fun. You have your friends and your family, and, you'll be good. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're 12?
Mm-hmm.
And you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. All right. Well, did you guys have any rules for your list this week?
Yeah, I had a couple rules. I didn't want to include small, really small, like chips. I didn't really count that as junk food.
Okay.
Like talking about snacks or even sometimes meals, and no candy either. I didn't want to count candy because we have a bunch of lists for candy.
True.
And I feel like it didn't belong. So.
Okay, so no chips or candy. That takes out a lot of options for junk food, but that's good. Okay, Jet, what about you? Any rules for your list?
No.
I kind of went down Cade's road, but a little different. We already had a chips episode, and we had a candy episode. A candy bars, I think.
Yeah.
And
candy bars.
I didn't want to have 5 different types of Doritos on my list, so I tried to limit that maybe one kind of chip or one kind of candy. I don't know if I really followed that much or not. A lot of people, when I put the poll out for listener choices, they picked Arby's and McDonald's and that kind of junk food.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have any of that either, so mine's kind of just more like snacking junk food.
I have a
meals.
mix of snacks and food.
It's all fine. I mean, we always say open to your interpretation, both for our list and for our listener choices, so I like seeing all the different inputs. That's just how I kind of made it easier for me to pick.
I'm surprised it sound like this is this long.
Yeah, it's 4.5 minutes long. We still got...
That's a long song.
We still got 30 seconds, and it'll be done here in a second. But, okay, so let's just move on to our list. Before we get started, we should remind our longtime listeners that we've changed up the format a bit. If you're looking forward to the fun fact of the week or Jet's pun of the week, we'll get to those once we're done with our lists and with listener choices. Sounds good?
Yeah.
All right. I think this will be a kind of a fast episode because there's not a whole lot to say about food after you make your choice. But let's just get started then. The song will end here in about 5 seconds, and I can click on the next bumper. Cade, what's your...
Number 5.
Pizza rolls.
Also my number 5.
What?
Yeah, high five on that. Why'd you pick pizza rolls?
Because they're easy, they're convenient. You can they're really good.
Yeah,
I mean-
they are really good. And you can put like 10 on a plate and put it in the microwave, and it takes
Yeah.
like 2 minutes, and they're really delicious.
Until you bite into one, and it's like hot because they're not hot on the outside, but they're hot on the inside.
Yeah. Well, the worst is when you put like too many in the microwave, and some of them are cold on the inside.
I don't mind that. It's like eating cold ravioli. It's still
That's
good.
one
Yeah.
of the foods where I have to force myself to get 10. Since they're so good, I want to just put 10 more on the plate, but
I know.
I know I can't.
See, Jed, this is kind of your episode because out of all of us, you are the biggest junk food junkie. You really do you could live
I
on
love
junk food alone. And I'm guilty of it too, for sure, but I'm cognizant of it. Like I will only eat it every now and then because I know it's really bad for me. You will just
I'm not allowed
go to
to.
town. Well, Cade, let's talk about your wrestling for a minute, right? We haven't been on air in 2 months and a lot's happened. Before we move on to your number 5, Jet, you are crushing it this year, your freshman year of wrestling. And how are you enjoying that?
It's good.
You don't seem happy right now because you're having to watch your weight this week.
No.
Again. But 106 pounds here in Texas. You're ranked number 3 in the state as a freshman, which is awesome. Just killing it, man. I think you might win state this year. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, good job, Jet.
Yeah.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Doritos.
Just
Which
Doritos,
kind?
like blanket Doritos, all of them.
Just Doritos, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about Doritos a lot on our Chips episode. In fact, it was the listener poll was the battle between nacho cheese and Cool Ranch. And nacho
I have a
cheese won.
confession to make.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but Doritos over the past few months have not been tasting as good as they used to me.
What?
I'm not lying.
You
This
like
is controversial.
It's just that I'm getting tired of Cool Ranch and nacho cheese. It's just
You know what I'm gonna do one time? I'm just gonna buy plain tortilla chips. I'm gonna buy my 3 favorite kinds of Doritos: nacho cheese, Cool Ranch, and spicy sweet chili.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna scratch all the dust off of those, put it in a bowl, and then put it on those plain tortilla chips.
Yeah.
And see what
I think,
trio combo.
is there a Dorito variety that's just plain without seasoning on it?
I don't think so.
I think there might be just regular Doritos. I don't know. Jet, what's your deal, man? You don't like Doritos anymore?
I love Doritos. It made my top 5. It's just that I used to love them.
Yeah.
But over the past few months, I've been eating Cheetos and Cheez-Its. and
What's better,
Goldfish.
Cheetos, like original Cheetos, or the Puffs?
Puffs.
Interesting. I knew Jet liked Puffs. I didn't know you preferred them too.
I do.
I like
They're-
both of them.
Puffs are better.
I think I slightly prefer the original just for the crunchiness,
I
but the Puffs are
no.
good too.
The Puffs are way better.
All right, we're not talking about Cheetos though. Doritos, you're number 5. You're hating on Doritos a little
I'm
bit, but they
not.
made your list. So Doritos to you are kind of like Chewbacca is for you.
No, I love Chewbacca.
You
Stop.
didn't love Chewbacca.
He hates on you. You hate on Chewbacca all the time.
Chewbacca is all right, and I like him. Not love him. I like him.
You're gonna say he's all right. I mean,
he's
okay.
all right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not top 10, but maybe top 30.
Top 30 Chewbacca.
No, top 20. I mean.
Oh my gosh, you hate Chewbacca.
I don't hate Chewbacca.
And Doritos. I don't know if you're
No.
my son. We need to do a DNA test.
No.
All right, let's move on. My number 5 is also pizza rolls. We already talked about it. So let's move on to
Number 4.
I have Chicago style pizza.
okay. We had this recently
Yeah.
from I mean, we're in Texas, right? So it's not like we're anywhere near Chicago, but there's a place here that Chicagoans recommend if you're going to be in the area. It's the closest thing you can get to a real Chicago pizza. And we ordered it. It was like, I don't know,
Giant.
30 pounds maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really heavy, and it was like $50 for a pizza, but it was really good. It was really good.
It'll last you for a long time too.
It did. It really did. Like one slice is
Enough.
enough.
I like New York pizza better.
I do too, actually. I do too. I like the long, kind of cheesy flat pieces that you have to like fold in half to
Yeah.
eat. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Those are good, but I think that Chicago pizza is the best pizza I've ever had.
Yeah, it was really good.
The time where I'm really just wanting to eat pizza so bad is when I see New York pizza. For example, and like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
The originals when they're eating like that New York pizza and like everyone's eating it. It's just I'm so hungry. when
You
I
wish
see
you were
that.
friends with Kino when that happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be friends with all of them.
That makes me want to eat pizza. Another movie that makes me want to eat pizza, Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
In the beginning when they order the 12 pizzas
Plus-
times $10, $120.
And also when they deliver the pizza there, and then like he keep the change, you filthy animal.
Right. From Little Nero's is the name of the place.
That guy is totally a jerk though. The pizza place, the pizza,
Delivery boy.
yeah, delivery guy.
I don't know. He's all right.
He's annoying. He got what he deserved.
Cheapskate. I mean, you're supposed to tip the delivery guy.
I know, but
That's how they make their money.
I know, but usually they're nice, but some are annoying, like that guy.
Oh, I thought he was all right. All right, so pizza, Chicago deep dish pizza specifically
Yes.
is your number 4. We have a lot of pizza in this house. Jet and I had pizza last night for your birthday celebration. We're all pizza fans. Kate, you're probably the least pizza fan
Out of the whole house.
out of us 3 at least.
I'll eat more pizza than anyone in this house, though.
Well, yeah, because you're like a starved wrestler. But I mean, in general, I don't think you love pizza as much as like Jet loves pizza or even me.
That's true.
But it's good. What's your favorite pizza place? Do you remember when we did the top 5 places to eat and like 4 out of the 5 for Jet were maybe all 5 were pizza places?
Yeah. Wait, he wasn't there.
Yeah, he was.
No, it was me, you, and Mom.
No, that was a different one.
No, that was
You didn't do best places to eat?
no.
I did not. I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, either 4 or 5 out of 5 Jet's choices were pizza places.
There's some really good ones out there. You had like the movie theater and bed. I didn't know we were doing that. I thought it was just restaurants.
Yeah, that's all right. It's open to your interpretation, right? All right. So Jet, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is my first candy on the list.
All right. What kind of candy?
Mike and Ike's.
Really?
I
love
love
Mike and
Mike
Ike's.
and Ike's.
I don't even know what those taste like.
What? How did?
I don't ever have them.
It's like bigger Skittles.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like better Skittles.
way better.
They're more chewy than they are like that crunch you get kind of with the
I
Skittles.
had
You know
it-
what I mean? It's
Yeah,
kinda-
yeah.
I think I
kind of
first tried
exciting.
it at the Alborni's house.
Okay.
I think it was a long time ago, and
We loved it ever since.
yeah, we just Wolfie's, that restaurant.
Yeah, the one we go to in
Yeah,
Houston.
and like I
French
think
dip.
Colton or someone had it like out, and it was like, "You want one?" I was like, "Yeah," and I tried it, and I was hooked. It's like so good.
Interesting.
addicting.
It's kind of I think mostly associated with movie theater candy. I don't think I've ever had it ever.
You should try it.
If you,
It's pretty good, actually.
I bet you would really.
It's like Mountain Dew in a candy. You know,
Alright.
they have all those flavors of Mountain Dew. They're all really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that in a candy. It's pretty good. I bet that would be a great combo, Mike and Ike's and Mountain Dew.
I can't do candy with soda. It's like too much sweet back to back. It just-
Mountain Dew's not sweet.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
It's like the sweetest soda there is.
I like the Baja Blast, the one they have at
Oh,
Taco
yeah.
Bell right
That
now.
one's really good.
I love Mountain Dew.
I'm not a huge Mountain Dew fan, but the Baja Blast is really, really good.
I love saying it too. Baja Blast.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, so Mike and Ike's your number 4. My number 4, this is not what they're called, but this is what they are to me. They're made by Hostess, and you see them when you go to when you go to Walmart and you're looking at the snack cakes. They're made by Hostess. They're the yellow cupcakes. You know which ones I'm talking about? Like they'll have the chocolate ones and then they'll have the yellow ones right next to it.
What's Hostess?
Hostess is the brand. They make snack cakes.
Isn't that
Like Little
Hessel?
Debbie?
Hessel?
No, it's
No, that's
Hostess.
Nestle.
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 No, this is Hostess. They make a whole bunch of snack cakes, and so does Little Debbie.
You they have like little rackets, like $1 for a package of 2. That you get the Twinkies, I get like,
Ooh.
snowballs,
Yeah,
and
so-
zingers.
Yeah, Zinger. Okay,
I
that
know,
kind of stuff.
okay, yeah.
So the one I'm talking about, it comes with 2 cupcakes. There's
Yeah.
the chocolate kind, and then they have another one that's yellow. And
Are they lemon?
no, I looked it up. They're actually orange, but they don't taste orange. And they look yellow to me. Maybe they're orange. I don't know. But
I don't know.
You
They
can
are-
never tell the difference between those two.
if you saw them, you know what I
I
was
would-
talking
yeah,
about
I
for
know.
sure. You're the one who can't tell the difference between those two. Don't put that on me. They've always been yellow to me, but I looked them up for this list, and
you
they're
know what
actually
they're called?
Hostess orange cupcakes.
Oh,
And they're at the cash register every time we go there, and sometimes we get them.
they're really good.
They're really good, yeah. So I picked that as my number
I didn't
4.
put this as an honorable mention, but I want to say it before I forget. You know, for Easter, how they have like those, like the swan, the yellow swan thingies are like really
Peeps?
Sweet. Peeps. Yeah, those are really hard to eat, but I love them.
People really hate
Hate
Peeps.
those.
Yeah.
I know, but
I love them.
Peeps and
I
candy
love
corn
Peeps.
both get a lot of hate.
I love both. I love candy. I can eat so much candy corn. It's ridiculous.
It's just sugar. I mean, I don't love it, but I don't know why people hate it. And then Peeps, if you don't like marshmallow, you're not going to like them. But otherwise, they're just marshmallow with like some sugar on the outside. So whatever.
Marshmallows have also fallen off the list unless they're.
Oh, we should
On
roast
the-
Peeps and use them as like s'mores.
S'mores.
Oh, we should
Yeah.
do that. Peeps are so good.
Maybe we'll do that this Easter. We'll build a little fire out back in the fire
Is there a
pit.
tournament?
Do you like candy
Easter?
corn?
Well, freestyle Greco maybe, but we could skip it. What?
Do you like candy corn?
I love candy corn.
It's okay. It just tastes like sugar.
Yeah, it's alright. 6
Yeah.
out of 10.
It's like
Peeps,
pixie sticks.
Peeps
It's just-
8.5 out of
just
10.
sugar.
Yeah, it is basically just sugar. Okay, so that was my number 4. Does that mean we're moving on to?
My number
Number
3.
3.
School lunch taquitos.
Huh. Okay. Are they like gas station taquitos?
They're better.
Really?
Way
What?
better. Oh, they're so good.
I've never. My school did not have taquitos.
They had them at Ford, and they have them at the Lowry Center. And they're so good. And they come in a packet of 2, and they come with what's called Mexican rice
Yeah.
on the bottom of it, and there's no sour cream, but
Yeah.
it's still amazing.
Huh.
Like I love. No one eats. People will order them, and like because if they want to get like sides and stuff, they have to order like a main thing first. So people will order it, and then they won't eat them, and I'll just grab them. I'll end up with like 10 taquitos at the end of lunch.
That's I've thought about doing this topic before, the top 5 school lunch items. I think that might be a fun one. So I won't go too much into school lunch items I like, but I will say a lot of times at work I get really busy and I work late, and you guys know this because I don't come home till really late. And I'm so busy that I forgot that I haven't eaten, and I don't even realize I'm hungry until I'm leaving. And then I get in the car and I'm like, oh man, I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day. And it's 8 p.m. So I'm going to stop at Racetrack or Quick Trip and get me something. And it's all, I mean, I know it's so bad for me.
Like the worst thing you could possibly eat.
It's
They're
pretty
so good.
I'm going to admit it's pretty
But
good.
you get 2 of those gas station taquitos from Racetrack or Quick Trip and a Red Bull or something else that's really horrible for you. And it tastes delicious. And then you get home and you feel like crap. And I do that a lot. So, but I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to be healthy now. But I feel you on the taquitos.
School lunch taquitos are amazing.
That's a good choice. All right, Jet, what's your number 3?
My number 3, I
I was just gonna say, it was either this or the orange chicken that comes from our school lunches.
orange chicken's
Okay.
really good.
I've had orange chicken, not from school, but from like Panda.
I have something sort of similar to taquitos. Maybe you remember, Kate. Do you remember Crispitos?
No.
Oh, well, it's kind of like that, except it's a bit better. It's like, I don't know how to say it, like, the outing of a taquito? It's like softer, and it's gray, and at the end of it, it's like this orange part that's crunchy. And
It's
then,
gray?
I don't know, kind of.
I don't know what that is, Jet.
It's really good.
Okay. Do you get it at school?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I think our school lunches have evolved.
Yeah, I'm sure
From-
they're way different than they were when I
Yeah.
was a kid. I loved school
Back
lunch,
in the
though.
40s, or it might have been 40s, 50s, I watched a video on like the decades of school lunches. They would serve white bread with mayo on it.
Really?
Oh, I
coleslaw
love
on the side.
Oh, not the coleslaw, but I love the white bread and mayo.
It's just white bread. It's not. How would that be good at all?
I would eat
Jet
that.
Jet loves mayo. He's weird. Whatever. All right, Jet, what's your number 3?
To be honest, my number 3 is probably what I eat the most out of this list.
Can I guess?
Yeah. Can I guess? Hot Pockets.
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts.
Yours is a good guess, too, though.
I love Pop-Tarts. Well, actually, no. I take that back. All Pop-Tarts are just alright except for one.
What?
He's okay.
Pop-Tart cherries are definitely the best.
Okay, here. I've tried a lot of Pop Tarts, and they had a flavor like from in the past, and they took it away, and they brought it back like recently, and I got them at a tournament one time. It's Pop Tarts peanut butter and chocolate.
The peanut butter ones are the best Pop-Tarts I've ever had, but I haven't seen them in a long time.
Peanut butter and chocolate. It's like
I had that one when it was out, too. Yeah,
so
it was
good.
good. I like just the plain peanut butter ones better, but they were both good. My favorite that is like a normal flavor that's always out is the brown sugar and cinnamon. Yeah.
Those are good. You know, I did one time as like you know when you like want to eat something really terrible because you've been eating healthy, and like you want to make like a cheap, really bad for you meal. Like, so I got like we had like the Hershey's, the ones that you put in chocolate. You put in milk and it makes it chocolate milk, just the Hershey's
Yeah.
spread. So I got a brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart, and I like drizzled it with that.
Yeah.
And then I got a bunch of Golden Grams, and like crunched them up in my hands and like put it on top. It was really good.
That does sound really good, actually. Do you prefer your Pop-Tarts like right out of the package, or do you like them toasted?
Package. I was
I'm
like
too lazy.
That's the thing. I admit they're way better when they're toasted, but I never want to wait for it.
Yeah.
Whenever I eat a Pop-Tart, I just want to grab it and eat it. So
That's why
don't
I
do it.
grabbed the Pop-Tart and eat it, because it's like right
Pop
there.
Tarts
It's
is
ready, yeah.
Pop Tarts is when you're watching something on TV and then a commercial goes on. You're like, I want to get a snack, and you look in the pantry like, oh, Pop Tart, and you just pop one out.
yeah, you're right. It's an easy, convenient snack and
You pop it out and it looks a bit tardy.
not good. I hope you have a better pun.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
He's gonna
don't-
start.
okay.
He's like, I'm gonna start thinking of one right now.
Yeah, but I really, really, really love Pop Tarts.
Okay, good. I like that pick. That's a good pick. All right, my number 3 is fruit roll-ups.
Oh.
They're my favorite of kind of the, you have Fruit by the Foot and Gushers, and
Oh, I love Gushers.
those are all good. Fruit roll-ups are like
They're fun to
classic
eat,
and my
too.
favorite. Yeah, you have to like unroll the little plastic sheet and peel it off.
It's
And
fun to me. It's satisfying.
it is very satisfying, and I really love the taste. I know it's weird. Maybe it's a childhood thing because I loved them when I was a kid. I still love them. We never get them really ever, but when we do, I love it. And I usually wad it up into a ball and eat the whole thing at one time.
Really?
Yeah. I know.
Sometimes I try to
probably
like
gonna
put
eat
it in my
some-
mouth and then try to get the whole thing in my mouth without using my hands.
Yeah.
Like I'll stick the end of my mouth and just like like get it in my mouth without using my hands.
Right.
It's a challenge.
I don't know. I like when I first saw fruit roll-ups, I'm like, what's that thing? And like you eat it, and so I took a bite and I was in love with it, and so I started eating them a lot, and same thing with Doritos. This just kind of went down.
Man, you were just hating on all the good stuff.
I watched this guy on YouTube named Matt Stoney, and he like does like food eating challenges where he'll try to eat like a ridiculous amount of food in a certain time period. And he did this one where he ate like 15,000 calories worth of fruit roll-ups, and he wadded them all up into like one giant wheel and ate the
gosh.
whole thing in like under 30 minutes or something like that.
I want to try that.
It was like 700 fruit roll-ups.
That's amazing. I have to try this. I'm going to Walmart after the store.
He
or
said
after
that
the
he
show.
never wanted to eat a fruit roll-up ever again after doing that challenge.
No, Jet just mouthed to me, "You are?" Like he wants to go. No, I'm not really going to Walmart. Okay. All right, moving on. That was my number 3, so let's go to Cade's.
Number 2.
Oriental ramen noodles.
Oh, don't do this to me. All right. Disclaimer for the listeners here that don't know this. Most of us have some sort of phobia. It's an irrational fear. Irrational meaning it doesn't make sense, but we have it anyways. Cade, you're kind of afraid of heights. Jet, you're kind of afraid of spiders or snakes. Yeah.
I love spiders are cool.
Okay.
Snakes are
My
terrifying.
irrational fear is a little bit weird. It's not ramen. It is Alzheimer's. I am so scared of getting Alzheimer's and losing my memories and like being able to interact with my family.
Basically dementia.
Yeah, it scares me, and I'm not old yet. I'm 38, but I will be, and I'm it's an irrational fear. It's a phobia.
38 is not a young age.
Hush. And I read somewhere that whatever they use to preserve ramen noodles to keep it in that like rectangular block has been linked to Alzheimer's. So I know there's studies that show everything is linked to everything, but I have stopped eating ramen since then because I have this phobia and I miss it because it is really good.
I love it. It's
And-
so good.
You picked Oriental. That's the blue package.
Yeah.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah, it's like it tastes like Chinese food, like cheap Chinese food.
Yeah, and it's
Or
easy.
Japanese. It's like
Takes like 5 minutes to make.
yeah, and I'll put like like garlic in it, and then I'll put like seaweed in it.
Yeah.
And it becomes really good. And one time I had the rock garlic, the seaweed, and then I made like steak.
Yeah.
And I put that in there. It was amazing. It was like the best ramen I've ever had. It was better than like going to like a ramen place ramen.
No, I was about to say, like, the real ramen, like when we go to the Japanese place
Yeah.
in Plano, I can't remember what it's called right now. That is amazing. In
Yeah.
fact, I really want that now that we're talking about it. That's one of my favorite meals.
It's so good.
But
Jeez.
the cheap packaged ramen. I mean, I kind of lived on it in college because it's cheap. You can get a package for like 12 cents.
And the packages are better than the cups. I don't
Oh,
eat
for
the
sure.
cup ramen.
Yeah.
People eat the cup ramen because they're lazy, but like, I know that it's gonna be worth making the ramen.
You can make the packaged ramen to your specifications, like
Yeah.
how much water you want. I pretty much put no water and just eat the noodles. I think you do too.
Yeah.
The cup one, you have to deal with all the crap that's already in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, was the whole Alzheimer's thing's ramen, was that like huge or?
I don't know. I just read it somewhere, and I know it's bad for me anyway, so I'm like, I'm done. I have my phobia to blame it on. It's an excuse to get healthy, so I'm working on it, and I have a 1-year goal, and I'm going to make this happen. So no ramen for me, but it is very good. My favorite,
amazing.
I like the Oriental one too. That one and chicken, like the
Chicken.
plain chicken one, are
Did
my favorites.
I choose the one, I don't know which one.
I think you like the beef one.
Yeah, sure.
I like beef broth better than chicken broth.
I don't. I like chicken broth. Like when we get pho, the chicken broth is way better to me.
Don't I get the meatball?
Yeah, it's beef broth for yours.
So good.
We should get pho and ramen at the Japanese place.
We should do it now. After the podcast.
I've already eaten. Kate can't eat yet. He can't eat anything salty like that yet. He's got to watch his
I might be able
salt
to eat
intake.
anything at all.
You can eat some stuff, just not salty stuff. All right, moving on.
Oh, sugary stuff. Can't eat sugary stuff too.
That is
But
also
I have
true.
been eating sugary stuff.
All
Well, you
right.
can have natural sugars like fruit and stuff like that.
I'm going to give you a hint for my number 2.
Okay, what's your hint?
It's in a movie.
Reese's Pieces.
No.
Oh, you can't have peanut butter, so never mind. Okay.
So sorry.
The
for you.
movie,
Oh, Three Musketeers.
the movie starts with a G.
G.
Gladiator.
It's one of my all-time favorite.
Goonies.
It's one of my all-time favorite 80s movies.
And it's not the Goonies.
No.
The Breakfast Club.
No. Think 1984.
Why am I not?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, Ghostbusters. Okay. So your snack would be Ecto Cooler, High C? I don't know. What is it?
So I watched the video.
Twinkie.
Twinkies. Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay.
the Twinkies.
Oh, I should have guessed marshmallows. I mean, the Marshmallow Man is in that too.
And he is the face. He's the.
You mean
by-
Michelin Man?
Marshmallow Man is the biggest, like, most recognizable monster / ghost in Ghostbusters.
For sure. But I don't. What do Twinkies have to do with Ghostbusters? Why am I not making the
They're
connection?
in the
here?
movie. It was like there's a plan. It had something to do with Twinkie, and he had like a model and a real Twinkie.
Huh. Okay. So Twinkies are your number 2. What do you love so much about Twinkies?
I
Zingers
love
are better. I'm just gonna say that. Zingers are way better than Twinkies.
you tripping, bro. I love Twinkies mostly because of the cream. Basically, you're just eating the chocolate cake part without the frosting.
Chocolate.
Wait, you get the chocolate ones?
No, I meant cake.
Okay.
Just chocolate and normal cake. You're just eating the normal cake or chocolate cake.
They have chocolate Twinkies?
Okay, forget about it. So they have the normal cake and chocolate cake without frosting, which is already awesome because frosting sometimes isn't always the best part of the cake.
Yeah.
And then you just fill it with a bunch of cream and bam. How are you going to hate that?
It's like a cake inside out, basically.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Right?
It swallows
Yeah.
it swallows it down and then it found faith
There used to be an old joke where it was like, what do you call
Turn it
a
inside out,
what do you
find
call a
nothing
school
but
bus full of
faith
white
in
kids? A
nothing.
Twinkie.
Yes. Yes. Twinkies are good. I do like Twinkies. It didn't make my list, but it's a solid choice.
I would choose Zingers over it anyway.
They've been around forever, and then I heard at one point that they were discontinued. This was a few years ago, and I think they've made a comeback because a lot of people were upset.
Because, like, aren't they, like, classics? Like,
Yeah, they've been around forever,
for a
and
long time.
supposedly they could like survive nuclear holocaust because of all the stuff they put in it to keep preserve them. But yeah, Twinkies are classic, and I'm pretty sure I'm like 99% sure they got discontinued at one point, and they've made a comeback.
I'm surprised that would happen. People would let that happen.
Yeah. Well, people are more health conscious than they used to be. Okay, Jet, Twinkies is your number 2. My number 2, I kind of thought, and Jet, we had some of this last night. One of my favorite things to do outside of podcasting is go see a movie in the theater, and we don't
I'm gonna try to think of
do it enough because it's like $1,000 to go see a
Popcorn.
movie. Yeah, it's movie theater popcorn. I had 2 other options here because what are the 2 candies I always consider?
Milk Duds.
Yes, Milk Duds, and what's the other one?
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces, yeah. So
And
last
you were
night,
going between two of those, and you chose Reese's.
I got Reese's Pieces, and I think for me, I like Reese's Pieces fine. I think the reason I always associate it with the theater is because of ET. It's just like
You ever put Reese's Pieces in the popcorn? That would probably
I
be
almost
good.
did last night, but Jet was sharing it with me, and he's allergic to peanut butter.
sucks.
But it would have been good.
I guarantee anyone that says that they don't like peanut butter because they're allergic to it, if they weren't allergic to it, they would love it.
Well, there's only one person we know that says that, and we can let him hate on it because he can't eat it. But yeah, movie theater popcorn was the one I went with. It's just, I love going to the theater and getting a big tub and a Coke and some candy and just chilling with my popcorn.
If I had to choose another candy I could put in this list, I'd choose also the thing I had last night, which I love now. Actually, I'd go between Sour Patch Watermelon and Lifesaver Gummies.
You got Lifesaver gummies last night.
Lifesavers normally that's kind of another phobia. I don't remember what place I had. It's the place where
You choked on one?
us Filipinos, I threw up. Like we got
that.
purple bread there. That purple bread I used to
Yeah,
love.
I can't remember
And
what it's
then
called
like
right
they
now.
had Lifesavers.
Ube, yeah, thank you.
It was Lifesavers. I was like, lightsaber? No, Lifesavers. And I was like, okay, I'll try one. And I remember it so vividly. It was a white one. And I opened it up, and I just, like, popped it in, and I didn't know, so I just took one bite, and nothing really happened to it. Then I tried to swallow it, and it didn't end well.
Yeah, and you eat like a bird with these tiny little bites, or else you feel like you're gonna throw up. So I can see that happening. I don't remember this. I don't think I was there.
I remember
for
this. He was like choking on it.
Okay.
You weren't there.
Yeah, I guess
It was
not.
just me, Kate, and Mom.
I remember Cade choking on a peppermint.
I ate a banana.
Remember
We
me
had to get a
throwing
banana
up at
from
Dairy
the
Queen?
Yes, I don't want to talk about that. That was the worst. But we got a banana for you, Cade, and tried to get I think you'd swallowed it when you weren't ready. We were in Austin. I remember we were right next to the Capitol building, and I had to stop and park the car and get out and try to help you throw up a peppermint that was stuck in your throat. I do remember that. And
I remember that too.
We
I
had-
don't know why I remember that.
I went to the nearest gas station, bought a banana, and thought that would help you. Kind of like if you swallowed the banana, it would help
Get it
dislodge
down.
it. Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure a peppermint stuck in your throat when you're a kid isn't very comfortable because peppermint isn't like a mild flavor. It's like a very strong flavor. I don't know. And spicy's not really the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
When you're,
I forgot my choice. I didn't like Lifesavers, but I saw the gummies. I give it another chance, and I love it. I'm so hooked on them. They're so good.
I love the mint ones.
They're-
The Lifesaver mints.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
good.
gonna say it
good.
right now. Lifesaver gummies are 10 times better than gummy bears.
Whoa, that's a bold statement.
I'm telling the truth,
Jet.
bro. I'm telling the truth.
Better than gummy bears? Come on, man.
Gummy bears are too hard. I used to love them, but sometimes chip.
I like stale gummy bears. They're still good.
They are good.
Also, like, if you leave a gummy bear out for like a month, and like if you try to throw it at a wall, it's like rock hard.
Well, yeah, it gets stale.
It goes.
Why would you leave a
it's
gummy
like-
bear out for a month anyway?
I don't know.
They're usually gone the night I get them.
Yeah, for real. I always get them for Christmas from my mom and eat them soon thereafter.
They're just all right.
You're crazy, man.
They're too hard for me. They're so hard.
I know your teeth.
That's
you-
what she said.
This is a family show, Cade. You have very sensitive teeth because you've chipped your 4 front teeth twice.
Shut up.
One's on the back of somebody's head and one's on a gym floor. So I know it's hard for you to eat them. I'm going to give you a pass on this, but that is another you've made several controversial statements. I don't know what's going on here. I
I'd
don't
much
know.
rather get a concussion than have something really bad like that happen to my teeth. It sounds terrible. going
Both
to
of
the
those
dentist.
suck, really. But yeah, probably you're right because the concussion is really bad. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong.
you just get headaches. So it's
But-
not. It's bearable.
Yeah, and it goes away after a certain amount of time. Now, you're more susceptible to getting them in the future. But with Jet, he had months and months of surgery and
That was
dental work done. and,
Honestly,
oh,
the worst part was not getting hurt. It was by far the surgery.
yeah.
Watching crappy movies like Transformers.
You got to be a pro at it, though. I mean, you were like the perfect patient after a while. But yeah, we were there. I remember we were there for like 5 hours one day. It was crazy. Anyways, moving on. Don't chip your teeth anymore. My number 2, we just talked about, movie theater popcorn. So, Cade, what is your...
Number 1.
you're gonna agree with this, all right? 'Cause
Okay.
it is the best junk food there is. It's also the best breakfast food.
Oh,
Sausage
yeah.
and egg McMuffins.
From McDonald's.
Oh my gosh.
It is.
It's so good. I don't
I'm-
know what's in it. Like,
I loved that when I was like 5, and I'm 38, and I still think it's like the perfect breakfast. It is so good.
it's convenient. It comes with a hash brown you can eat after.
Yes,
I don't put it in. I like just the sausage and egg McMuffin.
Yeah.
But like, holy crap. I could eat so many of them. I remember the first time I tried it, we were with wrestling friend Max Parman. We went to McDonald's, and I think someone ordered it, and I tried a bite. It was amazing, and I ordered one. You're like, you want one? And I was like, yeah, I ordered one, and I ate it like really quickly, and I ordered another one.
Yeah.
I think I tried to order 3, but you wouldn't let me because they're like 700 calories.
They're
per.
they're horrible for you, and that's the thing. If I wasn't so concerned about living past the age of 45, I would eat them every day because they are so good. But yeah, you can't do it. I every now and then on the way to work, I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna get one, but I know I can't do that consistently.
Like I even people try to recreate it, like different restaurants, and even like at Frozen, you
It's
can't do
never
it.
as good.
Even at Starbucks, it's like $7 for like smoked Gouda and like ham on a croissant. It's like
Yeah.
basically the same thing. It's just not as good.
yeah,
I'd much rather have just sausage and egg.
I bet
McMuffin
you
than-
I can make it
I'm
just
with you.
as good. Going to Walmart, buying the same materials, I can make it just as
You
good.
can't put the magical touch McDonald's does. I mean, McDonald's is better.
What did they?
than,
What did
McDonald's
they
is
do?
better than Chick-fil-A.
Dude,
for this it is. Yes, I
no,
would agree.
McDonald's breakfast is way better than Chick-fil-A.
You're crazy.
Their pancakes are good too.
Maybe the breakfast, but probably not. But overall,
Overall,
the-
Chick-fil-A is superior, but the number 2 breakfast meal, sausage McMuffin with egg, and McDonald's is amazing. I'm with Kate on this.
It's amazing. It's
Good job
with
for your number
orange-
one.
It's good with orange juice too.
Yeah, it is. Great combo. All right, Jet.
My
Shaking
number
your head
one-
over there.
Road trip snack too.
Oh, God.
My
Let's,
number
let's go get
one
one.
is what Cade guessed earlier: Hot Pockets,
Oh, Hot Pockets is your number 1. Okay.
ham and cheddar, baby.
I like Hot Pockets for you because you can make them on your own.
Well, I can make everything on my own.
Pizza rolls too, but no, not
I just
everything.
don't like to.
Yeah, you won't even open your drink. You'll sit there and wait for me to do it. But Hot Pockets, if we have them and you're hungry, I'm like, just go make one and you can do it, and that is,
I
makes me
love
happy because
it.
I can continue to Netflix
And chill.
and chill.
Wait, no.
not
that's-
that Netflix and chill. Okay, so Hot Pockets, your number 1. I like Hot Pockets. It didn't make my list,
It's so
but
good.
They are good.
it's a good choice. It's like a
I've always wanted to try
college
different
food or
flavors,
like
but
a young
Jet only likes
bachelor.
one.
yeah. I
Ham
think
and cheddar.
they have pizza. I think he's had the pizza flavored one before.
I mean, I like the
They have
burger.
like Swiss cheese and steak and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That sounds
they
really
have a
good.
burger one that's really good that I tried, and they have some other ones. But ham and cheddar is by far the best.
Okay. Well, I know you love Hot Pockets, so it makes sense that it's your number 1. Anything else you want to add about Hot Pockets before we get to the real number 1?
Are they good cold?
No,
I don't think I've.
no.
Are you saying if you heated it up and then let it sit out?
No,
and-
just like straight from the package.
No, you
Oh,
can't
I
do
f-
that.
You
They're
can't?
frozen.
I'm sure you can.
I've never tried that. I don't think I will.
Try it.
Okay,
It's like those uncrustable sandwiches.
those I can eat frozen.
Yeah, they're good. Like the peanut butter is like a chip. It's like
Yeah, but it's weird because the jelly stays jelly.
I know. I like it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
What? Go ahead.
I'll save it for honorable mentions.
All right, my number 1. I don't know if this really counts as a junk food because I think it is. I'm counting it. It's my favorite kind of gum.
Gum?
Yeah, what's your guess?
Ice Cube.
No,
No, he doesn't like those.
they're fine, but
5.
nowhere near my favorite. No,
Tic Tac.
I'll give you a clue. When we all went out one night and we walked around.
Big League Chew.
Yes, Big League Chew is my number 1. I mean, it's another childhood thing. I loved it when I was a kid, and when I see it now, I get really excited, and it is so good.
You've said this before, and I agree with you. It's really good for 50 seconds.
Yes, for like a minute, it's fantastic, and then it runs out of flavor.
A minute, it's the best gum ever.
Yes,
But it only lasts
Is it
a
supposed to
minute.
imitate chewing dip?
yes, that's exactly what it is. It's supposed to be like tobacco because it was back in the day. All baseball players used to chew tobacco, and kids wanted to look like them, so they would get gum where you could look like
Could
you
kids
were.
chew tobacco back then?
No,
Because I was in a sauna the other day, and this guy that I was talking to used to be a wrestler, and he goes, "If you need to like spit something out, just go buy yourself a pack of dip." And then just like I was like, "Can't do that."
yeah,
Like,
you have to be 18 to buy that, and I don't want you to do that. So that's horrible advice, whoever this guy at the gym is, and I want you to stay away from him from now on. But Big League Chew is supposed to. It was meant to kind of imitate that. It looks like you open the package and there's little strands of gum in there. It's supposed to be like dip. which I've never tried, incidentally, by the way. But it's really, really good. And I got one, what was the flavor I got when we were out that night and we found it at the candy store? I still have
watermelon or something.
it.
Green apple.
I think it was something, because the package is green.
I think it was green apple.
It was a flavor I hadn't had before. Oh, man, it's good. So
What's your favorite flavor?
I like all of them. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
And I like the package. I think it's fun, and it is like the best gum for like a minute. And it's really great for blowing bubbles with. So Big League Chew, my number 1.
I like the grape. Yeah.
Grape is good.
I feel like grape is like my favorite for medicine.
What about Jolly Ranchers? Not great.
Watermelon. For
Watermelon.
Sure.
Yeah, just a little bit of Big League Chew. It's okay to swallow it, right? Just like not a giant piece. But
You're not really supposed to swallow
I
gum.
know that. That's like the rule, but like if I have like a small piece of it, I'll swallow
No, just
it.
spit it out.
No, but it's good.
Your body doesn't digest it.
It's gonna take
It's like
you
pepper.
It takes
It's
you
like I'm like half pepper in my body right now
it
because
takes
there's so much pepper
no-
on everything.
It takes like 9 months.
Moths.
I think
Takes
it's
9 moths.
moths. All right, Cade, what's your...
Honorable mention.
I have none.
Okay, Jet, you got any honorable mentions?
Footlong chili cheese dog with side of fries, ketchup, and blue ocean water.
From Sonic? Mm-hmm. That is some serious junk food. And for somebody who doesn't eat much, man, you will kill one of those footlong chili cheese dogs.
Yeah. you can't say I take little bites with that.
No, you crush those.
You make
pretty-
us cut it into little bites.
He can do it on his own. But
Does he know? I remember the last time we went there.
He usually asks me to do it, but yeah.
Put some. I didn't count this because I didn't really know if it's that unhealthy. But is Freebirds unhealthy?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Yeah, probably.
It's not considered like junk food.
I don't know if it's junk food, but
Yeah.
Freebirds burritos, for those who don't know, it's kind of like Chipotle, but in my
But
opinion, better. We all think it's better. Apparently, most people don't. But whatever. Yeah. Anything else? Any other honorable mentions?
No.
Okay, I had a few. I already mentioned the 2 theater ones that I talked about before. I didn't have any chips on my list, but the ones I considered were Doritos, chips and queso, and chips and salsa.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah.
Frito scoops and bean dip.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, those are really good.
Jed, I'm surprised you didn't have chips and queso on your list.
That was junk food.
Whoa.
That was junk food.
Hey, not so close. We have people
sorry,
that listen to
sorry.
headphones.
That's junk food.
Yeah, chips and queso is junk food.
So
for sure.
bad for you.
Oh well, I didn't know that.
I had, those little miniature donuts? They're called donuts. They
Oh,
have
yeah,
the,
those are good.
Yeah, those are really
Would you
good.
get the powdered ones or chocolate?
I think
the
I like the
powdered.
powdered are better.
For sure. I never get the chocolate.
Chocolate is good too, but I prefer the powdered.
No, chocolate is bad.
They have extra chocolatey ones that have like chocolate in the middle. Those are good.
I haven't had those.
Nope, the best. Wait, are Uncrustables junk food?
Yeah. No, actually,
It's just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
No,
I don't know if
there's
that's junk food.
Nutella sandwich.
those are good.
You know what I mean.
Nutella's a healthy alternative.
I, of
to
course, had
chocolate.
gummy bears, which did not make my list somehow. And French fries was my last honorable mention because I love fries. They go with everything. I was surprised that Cade or Jet didn't say those Trolli gummies. You guys love those things.
Those are good. Yeah.
No, I never loved. Well, those have also fallen off my list of really good food.
Oh, I have an honorable mention: blueberry donuts.
Love blueberry donuts.
It's the best flavor of donut there is.
I think glazed, to be honest. I know it's really simple.
I thought maybe you would have Krispy Kreme as an honorable mention, Jet, but you didn't mention it. And Cade, I thought you might have High Chews.
Oh yeah, I didn't want candy on my list.
Those
That's
are
true.
unhealthy. Those are healthy.
High Chews?
Very
They're
healthy.
like Starburst.
Yeah.
They're not
Starburst
healthy.
are healthy.
Because there's fruit in them.
Same with what are those? The Theenies, that you can smoke, but Smarties.
Smarties.
Are Smarties not healthy?
They are not healthy.
I love Smarties.
You're crazy. All right, let's move on. That concludes my honorable mentions. So, Cade, what is your...
The worst.
Fries. I hate fries.
Whoa.
They're stupid. All right.
This is more controversial than anything Jet has said so far.
Look, there's
Sure.
like very like small circumstances where fries are good. They have to be like crispy, and there needs to be monosodium glutamate like nearby
MSG,
or on the fries
Yeah.
before. That's the only 2 circumstances. I hate waffle fries.
Oh.
I hate just normal fries.
Oh,
I hate the ones at Chick-fil-A. Those are terrible.
So, what is a restaurant that has fries that you do like?
Charlie's, the cheesesteak.
Oh, those are really
Those
good.
are so good.
Do
Yeah,
you
those
like-
are steak fries.
Steak fries, yeah.
Yeah.
do you hate curly fries?
I don't hate them, but they're not that good.
What about McDonald's fries?
They're just alright. They
No,
get salty.
no,
Those are my favorite, easily.
They're very salty.
Yeah.
I like that.
no. How are those your favorite? Like
Oh, come on. Everybody knows McDonald's makes the best
Chick-fil-A fries are
Chick-fil-A fries are really
they're
good.
rancid.
No,
hate them.
everyone loves Chick-fil-A.
They're
fries.
fine. They have waffle fries. I think they're good. They're not as good as McDonald's fries.
No.
Cade, you've never liked fries, and so I'm not totally surprised this is your pick. But this is a controversial pick. I will tell you that.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, aren't I?
Probably, yes. I mean, normally people only hate on me because I'm a grown up and they adore you guys. But I think you might get some hate for this.
It's alright.
All right, Jet. What's your worst?
I'm used to it since Alan's hated like everywhere
That's
else.
true.
I don't want to say it. I mean, I don't hate this at all. It's just that it's moved down a lot.
Oh gosh. Okay.
What do you think it is?
Chewbacca?
You hate Chewbacca. He said he
It's
doesn't.
gummy
hate-
bears.
Oh gosh, Jet.
What?
Okay.
I love gum.
Two things. One, like I already said, I still love this. It's just that how much it's dropped, it came out to be my worst. Also, I have a traumatizing experience with this too.
Throwing a hard gummy bear at a wall.
No. I don't know if you remember this. I was really sick once, and we had that white throw-up bowl that we always use for throw-up bowls.
Okay.
And I was upstairs, and you were getting everything ready, and we were gonna watch Empire Strikes Back, and then the scenes were playing with Hoth
Yeah.
and Wampa, and then you started it, and you're like, I'll be right back. And so I watched the part where Han and Chewie were there. Chewie went ah, and then they shot the Womp Womp droid.
Okay.
And so I was just standing up there, and then I heard the footsteps, and you came up there with you're like, here you go, and you were being sweet. It was a red gummy bear.
Yeah.
And it was one. You gave me one.
Yeah.
Well, you got a handful, but I only ate one,
Okay.
and I threw it up all over the couch.
Oh.
The couch.
Yeah, I remember this now. That was bad. Oh god, that was really bad. You couldn't
And you cleaned all of it up, and we didn't watch Empire Strikes Back that night because I think I slept with Mom or something, and we just watched normal TV, and it ruined my day.
Yeah, that was really bad. I do remember that now.
So gummy bears.
Okay. Well, I won't fault you for that. All right, my worst I probably will get some hate for. It's a type of cookie, but it's not a cookie to me.
Macarons?
Carrot cake. No,
No.
carrot cookie.
I don't even know what a carrot cookie is. It's not macaroons. It's Oreos.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I agree with that.
They're really good for the first one, and then I get really tired of them.
Yeah, they get really tiring really quickly. They're not good unless you have them with milk.
I think
they're not horrible. I mean, they're fine, but I think they're way overrated. And
think-
you guys know I always pick something overrated for
I
my
think
worst.
Oreos are overrated and Chips Ahoy are underrated.
Yeah, you know who likes Chips Ahoy is
Me.
E Honda on Street Fighter 2. He says it.
What?
He's like Chips Ahoy.
I
Really?
know what you're
For real.
talking. I know
You know
what
what
you're
I'm
talking
talking
about. Yeah.
I don't know what he really says, but
I
it
don't
sounds
think that's
like
what he means.
It does sound a lot like it.
Yeah, it does. Okay, well, that concludes my worst.
The
I'm
chewy
ready
ones?
for
those are
Oreos?
good.
There's chewy Oreos.
No. the
Chips Ahoy. Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
crunchy ones are. I don't like those.
Yeah, I like the chewy ones better too, or soft batch. Those are good. All right, let's move on to listener choices. We asked social media what's the best junk food, and we got a lot of responses. I kind of didn't know how to do these because there were a lot of different kinds of chips and different ways to group chips together. I left them all separate, but if you counted chips as one category, it was a runaway number one.
Really?
But I'll just go through what the rest were. Separating them, we had a tie for second, third, fourth, and fifth, a four-way tie between pizza, ice cream, French fries, and chips and queso, all tied, which left number one, chips, just plain chips. But several people picked Doritos, and we had several people pick Fritos, and chips and salsa, and chips and French onion dip, and a lot of different ways
Pita
to
chips and hummus.
Somebody picked tapioca chips. I mean, there were all sorts of different varieties, and I just left them all separate. But just chips in and of itself was the number one vote getter. A couple of close ones were cookies and popcorn and tacos that all got a lot of votes but didn't quite make the top 5. So thank you to everybody who took the time to vote. We really appreciate that. And we are going to move on to the
Pew pew pew
Good.
pew
Glenn Solomon fun fact of the week.
pew pew pew
Good.
pew.
So we've talked about Doritos a lot. Here's a fun fact about them. Disney isn't just a theme park or a movie company. They also actually invented Doritos at Disneyland. Yes. There's a story that goes...
Does Disney still own Doritos today?
No. In fact, it wasn't really Doritos that invented it. It just happened at Disneyland. Because there was a Frito-Lay Tex-Mex restaurant in Disneyland. And when the park opened in 1955, it was called Casa de Fritos. And what happened allegedly one day was there was a salesman from the restaurant tortilla supplier that noticed that the chefs would toss out the stale tortillas in the dumpster behind the restaurant every day. And he suggested that instead of throwing them away, the restaurants put them to good use by cutting them up and frying them for customers. So you take a tortilla, cut it into a triangle, fry it up. It's like a chip. So sometime after that, the salty snack caught on with customers. It became a staple of the Casa de Fritos menu. And the Frito-Lay executive Archibald Clark West fell in love with the chips and decided to produce them to the mass market. And so the first Doritos came out. They were plain at that time, so I still think you can get plain Doritos. And the nacho cheese flavor that we know and love today didn't come out until 1974, so almost 19 years later.
Was that the first flavored one?
Yes, and it is still the most popular, as we evidenced on our chips episode.
I hate that.
I know you do. That's why I play it. All right, Jet, I hope you have been thinking about this throughout the episode.
I have.
You can't get a Doritos toasted corn.
There you go. That's it. It's time for Jet's Pun of the Week. All right, Jet, what you got? I'm really
Okay.
scared about this.
What did the fan say to the other fan after he farted?
Why? I don't know. What did the fan say to the other fan?
Watch out, I just released some air.
Oh, gosh, that is horrible. I have some better ones.
That's pretty good.
No, I'm not even going to give you a good job for that one.
Okay. Give me a good job.
How does Reese eat her ice cream?
She cuts it
In
into
pieces.
pieces.
With her spoon.
That doesn't make any sense.
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you always bring a bag of chips to a party?
You didn't make these up.
Why do you always bring a bag of chips to a party?
Did you make these up?
The second half I did. Why do you always bring a bag of chips to a party?
No, why?
In queso emergency.
That one sucks.
Let's not talk about this anymore. It's
You're-
not your business.
You're using.
Let us move on.
You're using all the ones that everyone's heard, like jalapeno business or something like that. Everyone's heard those. Those are called.
At least it
makes sense.
Yes.
They call those the dad jokes.
Yeah, dad jokes are great. You
Yeah.
need to brush up on your dad jokes to get better at this segment of the show.
You just.
Feedback.
I mean, we haven't recorded in 2 months, so I kind of lost a lot of feedback. But I did get a message recently from listener Maggie Carson, who asked, I'm just listening to your 90s music episode. Are your kids part Chinese or learning Chinese? I hear them say thank you in Mandarin. Which, I think that's you, Cade?
Yeah.
Is that shishya? Is that what you always say?
Shishi.
And I responded to her, I said they're not Chinese and they are not learning Chinese, although I think Jet did for a little bit in preschool. Not that he
What?
would remember any of it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he did. And what I told her was, I think it's from a show that you used to watch
Ni
called
Hao Kai Lan.
Ni Hao Kai Lan, where they would say it at the end of every episode. And-
Also, it was in Firefly for a second.
yeah, because they do
And you're
speak
like,
Mandarin in
oh,
Firefly.
I remember that. And then kids started saying it again.
Fun fact: Mandarin is more people speak Mandarin than any other language in the world.
That's correct.
Fun fact, the Mandarin is a Marvel villain from Iron Man 3.
It's also a fruit. Fun fact. But no, my kids are not Chinese. You guys are half me, which is a mix of Irish,
Slash.
German, and Norwegian, but just American, really. And you're half Filipino. And you don't know any other languages outside of English, really. So,
I know some Tagalog. Puwet.
Okay, let's not talk about the dirty words in Tagalog. But thank you to everybody for taking the time to listen. Please check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/5to1podcast or tweet us at 5to1podcast. We also have an Instagram account. It's got the same handle. And you can contact us there and, Give us your feedback. Give us your ideas for future episodes. We'd love that kind of stuff. Please also give us a review on iTunes. We've been getting a lot of 5-star reviews lately, which is great, but not a lot of people actually leave a comment, and we like those comments too. So if you could do that for us, we'd appreciate it. You can write us at 521podcast@gmail.com, and you can call us, our favorite. Give us a voicemail, 469-607-521. That's 469-607-5861. And you can join us next time on 5 to 1 for our discussion on
Top 5 overrated movies.
Let's do underrated.
Okay. Well, which one should we do first?
Wait, let's do sidekicks.
No. No one wants to talk about sidekicks. All
think-
they have is Robin and Sonic. Well, no. Tails is the sidekick. And Luigi. No one likes Luigi.
Luigi.
Dude, what the heck? Who
Well,
likes
we
Luigi?
obviously
I love
haven't.
Waluigi.
Who likes Luigi? Luigi is...
All right. Well, obviously, we haven't figured out what we're going to do yet. Maybe overrated movies, maybe underrated movies, maybe sidekicks,
Maybe
something
overrated
else.
sidekicks.
Maybe. All right.
All right.
I-
Love you.